Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, first day of our trading week, November 17th, 2014. Great to be with you. Traders, I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, and I have to tell you, it's an absolutely gorgeous day outside. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator through the market opening preview every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I also do the Friday wrap-up, which is about 4 or 5 hours after the New York close. And we basically go over about 15 to 16 daily charts and basically take a look at what we can expect the week ahead and also what happened the week in the past. Traders, I started trading in 2006. Traders, in 2008, I retired from a wonderful career in the public safety department out of the great state of Florida. And 9 days later, I was on an airplane for a 3-month holiday over here in Thailand. And traders, I have to tell you, I'm still here and I love trading. I trade every single day. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm in a trade, but I'm at the charts and checking it out. So it's great to be with you. It's always great to be with you. It's great to be able to talk to you every single trading day. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risks. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. And most of all, traders do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Meaning that if you're trading on a demo account and you switch over to a live account, you will see a difference in your trading because the brain and now you're trading your hard-earned equity comes into effect. All right, let's get over to commentary and news. Friday, the Dow closed negative in the red at 0.10%. The S&P 500 was in the green at barely at 0.02. The Nasdaq 100 was in the green at 0.27%, with the Russell 2000 in the red at 0.14%. Going over to the other side, let's go over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed up just barely at 0.05%. The FTSE 100 in the green at 0.29%. And the CAC 40 was in the green at 0.35%. With the Euro Stoxx 50 also in the green at 0.10%. Traders, let's move on over to Asia. And these markets are currently trading live right now. The Nikkei 225 is down 2.40%. The S&P ASX 200 is down negative 0.68%, with the Shanghai in the green at 0.14%. The Hang Seng is in the red at 0.25%, and the Kospi is just barely in the red at 0.16%. All right, traders, let's take a look at the calendar today. Traders, there's really nothing going on in the calendar today. We only have one event, and that is ECB President Draghi is speaking today. So that ought to be pretty interesting, if I don't say so myself. Let me find it, because I was actually in a live trading room when this data came out, and I can't find it, but that's all right. Yes, Draghi speaks a half hour before the New York Open. That'll make things very, very interesting. Oh, where is my good old yen stuff? Okay, here it is. The yen GDP year on year was really bad. It was forecast for 2.1. It came in at negative 1.6. They're basically saying that they are in contraction and they are in a recession. And that came out earlier this morning in my time in Thailand. So that's about what's going on there. And like I said, the big news of the day is Mario Draghi, the ECB president, does speak 30 minutes before the New York Open. All right, my friends, let's take a ride in the boat and head on over and look at some charts. Remember, traders, these are 60-minute Forex charts. As usual, let's start with the euro dollar. Euro dollar has been bullish for the last several days, and I don't understand it. I have no idea how this pair is bullish when the dollar is so strong and the euro just has not put out any good numbers at all. I mean, France on Friday went into a technical recession, as they call it. I mean, it's just like unbelievable how bad their numbers are, and this pair has just been bullish. It's just amazing. It just absolutely amazes me. Anyhow, it is what it is, and right here, I think this is like a 35 pip range, and it's just in this range. There's really, I mean, I don't want to buy the euro dollar. However, if the opportunity gives me the opportunity, I'm going to go for it. It's either going to come back down to the bottom of the range and I'll take it up. Got a lot of options here. It's either going to go to the 200, come down to the 200 exponential moving average, which that's a trade. If that breaks that lower part of that range, that's a trade down to the 200. And then turn around and bounce and head back up to resistance at 25.43. So those are a couple of options. The other option is that it's going to break this trend line, which is a valid trend line. It's a 3-touch trend line. And if it breaks that trend line, you could also take that down to take profit area at 1.2366. So a lot of options here that we can play with dealing with the euro dollar on a Monday. Mondays are pretty slow usually. There's really not a lot going on. You can expect probably by London lunch, a little bit after that, the market's basically going to fall apart because they're going to wait for Draghi's talk, and when he talks, the market just shuts up and then goes crazy. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. All right, let's take a look at the pound dollar. The pound dollar is so bearish. It's just tanking like it's ever tanked before, and I just want to sell it. Last week had a good week with the pound, just taking it to the downside. Just kept on going lower and lower, breaking lows. So it's giving us a pullback. It's at a 50%. I'd really like to see this give us a notch up to that 38.2 at like 50 or 5,700 or somewhere in there, and then take this back down and just drop this down to the 161.8 Fibonacci level at 1.5505. So there's a lot of good stuff that we can do with this. But yeah, listen, if it gives us a bullish candlestick formation, I mean a nice one, I would take the trade short now. I mean, I don't think there's a need to wait for the London Open. It's bearish, and we just take advantage of what's in front of us. If it doesn't give us a notch up, that's okay. We're only talking about 10 pips or, 10 pips, or 12 pips, whatever it is. So just get in the trade and take it short when you get the proper candlestick formation. All right, here's the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, again, I just don't understand. They keep bringing out bad data, but remember, it's a commodity pair, so they're affected by a lot what's going on. China had bad news last week again, right? They're in a slowdown mode, so the Aussie is now strong. And here we go. Nothing more than we can do is let this pull back to the 618. Folks, remember, me and you are not the only one that just fibbed that last current swing. Everybody else is looking at that 0.8742 price point to take this to the long side. What if it doesn't? What if it decides to break the top of that fib and continue up? That's fine. Take the trade. That's a good trade. I mean, there's plenty of pips there. What are we at? You're like 36 pip trade there. So if it doesn't pull back, you've got an area where you have a resistance line. If it pops it, you get a second higher low, jump in it. Go for it. And see if you can get up to that 161.8 fib level. That would be absolutely great. All right, here's a Euro Aussie. Last week, this pair traded so well, and today, when I went and looked at charts like hours ago, because I'm one of these crazy people get up at 5:30 in the morning, it just amazed me of how ugly these charts look today. So, but however, if you look at the daily chart, you look at this chart, it's bearish. We just want to sell this. I do not want to sell this into this trend line. There's a difference, right? If you take a look at the orange line at the bottom of the chart, okay, that is resistance from the daily. All right, that is resistance from the daily. So pretty interesting situation that we have here. So this is absolutely, we definitely just want to take this short. I'd rather it come as close as possible back up to the 200 exponential moving average. If it breaks the trend line, you could take it, but just be careful, because you know people are going to have orders there to go in the other direction. So just be careful. I'd like to see it notch up. I really would. I'd like to see this basically hug the 200 exponential moving average in the next 3-4 hours, and we can just bomb this thing to the downside. I think that'd be a great idea. All right, here's a good old Euro Yen. Have a nice little trade plan here. This was a nice swing, and so we want this to do basically the same thing. I want this to come back to the 618 at 145.61, and we're gonna put our stop loss at 143.65, and we're looking for 148.17 or 148.00, whichever comes first, which we know is 00, and we'll just take this bad boy and take our profits. This looks like a really nice trade. Let's just hope it works itself out. This one, the Euro Yen, again, you have to be really careful, traders, because there's a lot of data coming in and out over what's going on, and you don't want to be stuck in a bomb here and get zapped by this. There's a lot going on with the yens right now, and with these numbers that came out earlier today, you know, they're going to start talking again, and they're going to do something. So keep your ears on your economic calendar. All right. Let's take a look at our New Zealand dollar. Basically the same trade plan. Not a lot to do here. It's been bullish. We just need a pullback. Again, if it breaks this resistance area, you know what? You get a nice bullish candlestick formation. The second one, you got a higher high, you get in the trade. So if it breaks it, you wait for the end of the hour, get in, and take it up, and hopefully you get up to that 0.8019 area and take some profit there. I wouldn't necessarily say you have to wait for it to pull back to the 618. However, I would hope to see it pull back to the 618. That would really be a nice little trade there. But this looks like it might break this and head to the upside. Again, I wouldn't necessarily have to wait for the London Open to get into this New Zealand trade. If you get a good signal and your strategy and everything is all set to go, just go for it. I don't think you have a problem at all. Traders, I'd like to thank you. My name is William Gilday, and I'd like to thank you for joining me for the market opening preview. And remember, traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, coming to you live from sunny Pattaya, Thailand. Have a great trading day. Remember to trade smart and not hard. And we'll catch you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care now. Bye-bye.